Welcome back to the Financial Edge. So, I just wanted to kind of chat with you guys about this. This is something kind of new. So I do talk about, what I do daily as a wholesaler, trying to find off-market deals, cold calling, door knocking, sending out text messages, those things. But it is okay to buy from a wholesaler too, right? So I've been really active on Facebook, letting people know, hey, other investors, wholesalers, whoever, I am looking to flip a property. So obviously, am I looking for my own deal? Yes, so I don't have to pay an assignment fee to somebody else. But here's the thing, you guys. If you have a little bit of money, right? So I wouldn't recommend this if you're just getting started, if you don't have any money, right? But if you have a little bit of money, if you have a partner, whatever, right? And if you have maybe some skills, if you're a contractor, framer, carpenter, plumber, electrician, if you have some skills, I would recommend going to the next step from wholesaler to flipping. So that's the transition I'm trying to make right now. I have flipped one property. I've renovated multiple of my units in my fourplexes in my house. So I'm kind of handy, right? Like I'm not a DIY homeowner. I'm a little bit better than that. I would say I'm just above slumlord, because I tried to do good work, but I still kind of know what I'm doing a little bit. So I just wanted to kind of reach out to you guys and just like, hey, if you have a little bit of money, if you have some time, if you have some skills, I think it might be worth exploring the transition of going from buy and hold or wholesaler to look into flipping. And here's why. I had a wholesaler have a property available, right? We did a walkthrough. I went to it. In fact, I probably posted it here on Facebook and YouTube. But their asking price was pretty ridiculous, based off of the condition of the property, the after repair value, how much junk was there, how many vehicles, how much work it needed, right? They wanted $380,000. That was a couple of weeks ago. And guess what I got today? I got a text message saying, "Hey Brandon, so remember that property you walked a couple weeks ago? So I still got it. What would your offer be?" So what that means is he pitched it to everybody and his mother, trying to get that thing sold for 380. Didn't happen because it wasn't a deal, right? And that's okay. That's okay, right? Like sometimes you throw, what is it? You throw something at the wall to see if it'll stick, right? And 380 wasn't really a good deal for an investor, but it might have been a good deal for like mom and dad home buyer, right? Who were willing to do a little bit of work and live in the house and remodel it over time when they have money, that type of thing, right? But obviously nobody was interested in that price. So he said, "Hey man, what's the best offer you could make on this thing?" So I said, okay, he is giving me permission to lowball him. He is giving me permission. He is saying, "Brandon, I couldn't find anybody who wanted this thing for anywhere near what I wanted to get. So what offer could you make?" I said, okay, let's run the numbers here. So I got with a partner who has more money than me, but I do have some money. He also has experience doing work. In fact, his work is probably better than mine. And I said, "Hey, his name's Bob." I said, "Bob, what do you think we could offer on this property?" Because I did actually invite him as well to come walk the property. So we are both familiar with the property. It's been a couple weeks, so we were trying to refresh our memory. And we came up with the after repair value of being around 500,000 at least. So that's the top number, right? That's what we think the property will sell for, all fixed up, based on comparables, based on the location, based on square footage, number of beds and baths, all that stuff, right? We think around 500. It could sell for 525, could sell for 485, right? So, somewhere around 500. Then what do? You have to back out all of your expenses. And we did this. We sat down over the phone. We were talking, and I had my calculator open, and I said, okay, probably needs a new roof, $12,000. Landscaping, probably $10,000, because there's a lot of stuff there. Junk removal, $10,000. What did we say? We might need some new appliances. We need new flooring. We said that'll be $7,000. We need interior, exterior paint. That would be like $12,000 to $15,000. So we said 15. So we said, okay, what are all of these things going to cost us? And then we had to take into consideration holding costs and selling costs. So whether you're using private money, your money, or hard money, if you are using money, you're most likely being charged an interest rate. Even if it's your own money out of your own bank account, it's opportunity cost, right? So if you spend all of your money on this deal, you may not be able to get another deal, right? So whatever you're spending money, there is a cost associated. For us, we thought the cost would be about 2 months of renovations with 3 months of hold time while we try to sell it. So that's 5 months total. And we're hoping to keep our costs around $10,000. And that includes our cost of capital. That includes property taxes, insurance, utilities, right? Because we got to have electricity on, right, when we're doing work. So all that would be about $10,000 for the 5 months. Then we also have selling costs. This includes closing costs. This includes real estate agents, the listing and the buying agent, all of those things. And we figured that was around $30,000. So we have $30,000 for that, $10,000 for holding. We have all these other miscellaneous, junk removal, flooring, paint, roof, all this other stuff. And it came out to really crazy, like $97,000. So we basically called it $100,000. So when you have a property that could sell for $500,000 and it needs $100,000 worth of work, you subtract those two numbers. So now we're at $400,000. Okay, so if we're at $400,000 and we just did all of that work and spent all of that money and took all of that risk, how much money do we want to make as profit? So we have to split it, right? Because me and him aren't related, right? So we both want to make money, so we need to split that. So we need to get our money back first and foremost. So that would be, when we sell it, minus the cost of repairs, minus the profit is what we can offer. So we decided if we're going to do all that work, we want to profit at least $80,000. So now we have $400,000 as, okay, 500 minus 100,000. Now we're at 400. Now we want to do all that work. We at least want to make $80,000 split between us both. That's 40,000 each. So 80,000 minus the 400,000 puts us at a purchase price of no more than $320,000. I didn't offer $320,000, and hopefully he doesn't watch this video because I just submitted this to him today. I offered $280. So he originally wanted $380, and we come back at $280. And he immediately said that's not enough. And I said, okay, being a salesperson, being an investor, I wanted to anchor low, and I knew he wasn't going to sell it for $280. I said, where do we need to be? And he hasn't gotten back to me yet. But I did tell him that me and my partner, Bob, we are actually cash buyers. So I know you guys hear that all the time, cash buyers. And really what they mean 98% of the time is they're going to go get a hard money loan from another institution that requires not really inspection, but an appraisal. So they need another person to come out there and appraise it, and they need to get you and the property approved. But if you are an actual cash buyer, and that means me and my partner Bob are either taking our own personal funds from our bank account or from a home equity line of credit, or, well, yeah, probably basically those two things, right? Because you don't want to talk about friends or family because then they're going to want to look at it and stuff. So like actual capital that you have available between me and him, we have enough money to buy this actual cash out of our accounts, a home equity line of credit or bank account, right? So I told him that. I said, hey, look, it sounds like, you want this to be sold. It sounds like the sellers are being difficult. With a hard money loan, you need to get more people in there, inspectors and appraisers and stuff like that. With us, as actual legitimate cash buyers, there's none of that. We'll walk into title with a check for the amount of money, and that'll be it. So I told him that, and I'm waiting to hear back from him. I'm hoping that we can get this property for no more than 320. 300, 305 would be ideal to give us like maybe $100,000, net profit. Luckily, I do have a partner that owes me some favors, so who is a licensed realtor. So we can actually list this property for dirt cheap. They'll make a little bit of money on the commission, but that'll save us a lot of money on the selling side. So the whole point of this video is, one, to encourage you, if you have a little bit of experience with your hands, if you have been a wholesaler for a while, if you have a little bit of money, it might be time to try a flip. And that's kind of where I'm at. I have flipped before. I have renovated my own properties. I do have 3 rentals already. So I'm wanting to kind of, bump up a little bit and try to make a bigger return on my money. So instead of getting $10,000, $20,000 assignment fees, I want to try to get like a $40,000, maybe even a $50,000 profit. Yes, is going to be a lot of work, is a lot of risk. Yes. Could the property sell for more than 500? Yes. Could it sell for less? Yeah, but looking at the comps, looking at the comparable properties, a lot of stuff is selling for like 550. So we're actually being fairly conservative at 500. So just kind of putting that out there. So when you run your numbers, underestimate the sales price, overestimate the repair budget. Always. Overestimate your holding time. If you think it's going to be a month, make it 2. If you think it's going to be 2 months, make it 3, right? Always add a month. And the only reason why I say 2 months is because I'm willing to stop everything that I'm doing and spend 1,000% of my time working on that, because that's a lot of money. And the sooner it gets done, the sooner we can list it, the sooner we can get paid. So when it comes to that, that's kind of a little update I wanted to give you guys. But I also wanted to let you know, if you're a wholesaler, it's okay to buy from other wholesalers. It's okay to pay them their assignment fee, as long as the deal still makes sense to you and you can lowball them, right? His original price was $380. Nobody wanted it. So now he's coming back and saying, hey, what would you pay? Right? So, and I don't even know if we'll get it at 320. And, at 320, that's probably the most we'll pay for this property. Just based off of the condition and everything like that. You don't want to spend $100,000 and only make $20,000, so. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to be making more videos here. If you guys have any pressing questions, anything that you're really interested in, I'm not scripted. I'm an individual. Nobody's editing any of this stuff for me. I'm just kind of like shooting straight from my hip, letting you guys know what I'm doing as a real estate investor, Portland, Oregon, and how I'm trying to get ahead and achieve financial freedom. I know a lot of people that you see on here, Graham Stephan, Meet Kevin, Chris Crone, Grant Cardone, all of these amazing people that I've learned a lot from. They're already light years ahead of us, right? So if you're just getting started, maybe you have one rental, maybe you have a couple, maybe you're a wholesaler, maybe you have a W-2 job and you just want to get the heck out of it. I'm kind of right there with you guys, right? I'm maybe a couple steps ahead of you, but I'm not light years ahead of you. And I promise there is lots of people. I meet with them every day that are way ahead of me in person here in Portland, Oregon. So I want to be the person that can help you take the next couple steps and achieve your goals. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Reach out in the comments. Peace.